Villains unite with a Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge and strike.
Well, hello. How goes it? Hi, Sean. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Sean had to sit through that song being a real musician. He's like, it's AI, isn't it, motherfucker?
Just getting into it when it went off, man. What are you talking about?
I actually really dig that song. I don't know why. It's just a cute little ditty. So, we're here today, Cookie, Ash, myself, and we're met with Sean Major from Hannibal, Missouri. He is one of the people helping put on the Big River Steampunk Festival, which we will talk about here shortly.
Your phone.
Oh, there goes my phone.
Again.
But before we get started, it's very, very casual. We're going to hit a couple geekgasms, talk about our day, and then we're going to hit on the festival. So, Ash, what you got going on this week?
Let me see. I'm really proud. I have gotten I'm starting to get the lighting done for my latest model, and so I don't know if you can see here. I'm getting the Bassard collectors. I got the lights so they will light the way that they're supposed to, and do that whole faux rotation thing.
Oh, so I can see. Okay, so those listening on the audio version, it's the very slow rotating Star Trek. Just
on the Star
the
Trek
lights
ship.
that do nothing, but you go nostalgia. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just happy that I was able to run that all through an Arduino Nano, get the programming correct on it, and then wire in all the 2N transistors. That way I can go ahead and do it. But that's just me geeking out. This one, though,
I was going to nod like I knew exactly what you were talking about, but
smile and nod.
But this one, I think
smile and nod.
Cookie will like, because I'm halfway into printing off the Orville.
Hell yes.
Yeah, so now I am just have to start working on the big sweeps on the back, and I will have most of it printed off, and I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to light it. But that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm geeking out.
That's actually pretty cool. I dig the Orville.
I do too.
Probably even better than most of the Enterprise ships I see.
You should do.
Oh yeah.
You should do War Rocket Ajax from Flash Gordon.
It's downstairs 3 feet from your bed right now.
Is it?
Yes. I already printed it and ready to. It's ready to be glued together.
That would be cool. It'd be real cool if you could have some Hawkmen with it in a diorama. That'd be cool.
That would be. They don't make much Flash Gordon 3D print stuff, unfortunately.
No, they don't. Catherine says hi.
Hey, Catherine. Oh, I should hop over to chat, guys. Sorry about that. I know I got a real job somewhere here.
And if you want to follow along, Sean, what chat we have, on the right-hand side, it says chat. If you click on that, and across the top, it'll say live stream chat, and that'll bring you into what people pop in.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, usually takes about 10 minutes for people start popping in and stuff. So that's one of the reasons we do these geekasms at first, because then people are like, oh, I chimed in to hear what you had to say about that Comic-Con, and it's like, yeah, we covered that in the first 10 minutes. But Cookie, do you have any good geekasms this week?
Oh no,
No?
I'm hurt. I did spend all week working on taking a tree down with my dad, and just haven't had much time to have any good ones. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head is they have canceled all the Ray movies they were going to put out for Star Wars. They just canceled them today again. Yep. And right now it's kind of looking like Dave Filoni's the only thing holding everything together there with anything that they're going to go forward with.
See, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are the only things been holding Star Wars together for,
I know, right?
3 years now, I think.
And a lot of it
for son Gabe, really quick, I almost forgot, and I'm sorry to interrupt. John, at the Starlight Movie Theater this Friday, I believe, they're going to be showing K-pop Demon Hunter.
Oh, okay.
And I know your boy's into that.
Yeah,
so is
his granddaughter.
So is my granddaughter. I've had enough of it already. It's good. I'm not going to the theater to see it. Yeah, but no, that's something I should advertise on the Anime Fest page for sure.
Okay.
So Sean,
Sir,
before I do my geekgasm, what kind of geeky stuff are you into? I know I get to see you once a year and we talk, and I know you're a music guy.
That's pretty much it, honestly. As far as geeky stuff, really not a whole lot. I'm involved with a community theater across the river, and we just did a musical. We just finished up with that a couple weeks ago. So I was in that. That's kind of the biggest, theater nerd type thing. I was in a musical, Jersey Boys.
Yeah, I see you doing the theater stuff a lot. And I figured with your boy, because your boy's definitely a geek.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, my oldest,
talking
he's
to him-
totally into that.
Yeah. Because I chat with him every time we're at Big River about stuff. So I figured maybe you had something in there where it's like, no, but I do have it like a Ninja Turtles guilty pleasure or
No, the
My
most
Little
exciting
Pony.
thing this summer, anything along those lines, is the Naked Gun movie that's coming out. So
that's worth being excited for.
yeah.
I had the Toxic
If-
Avenger too.
I don't know, Naked Gun's getting good reviews.
Yeah.
But
But
come
I'm
on.
looking forward to
I
talking.
didn't think anybody could potentially fill the shoes of Leslie Nielsen until they cast this. And I'm like, okay,
Okay.
I will spend my money on this one.
I've been watching the interviews lately, and I did not know that Leslie Nielsen and Pam Anderson are dating now, and it
Yes.
threw me for
Yeah.
a bit of a loop. I was
And it's not
like,
Leslie
whoa,
Nielsen.
or not Leslie Nielsen. Damn it!
Liam Neeson.
Why is my mind going? Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam
God,
Neeson.
Leslie Nielsen was the original.
And for
He's
my
really
opinion,
good.
for what it's worth, I don't think he's really filling the shoes. He's just bringing in just a whole different pair of shoes, and it works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right, he's
yeah.
playing
Don't get me wrong.
Leslie
He's not
Nielsen.
attempting to be Drebin, the Drebin, but he, in order to keep that whole spirit alive and flowing, it was going to take a special individual,
Yeah.
and I think he can
Yeah.
do it. I mean, just like Leslie Nielsen, or Leslie Nielsen, his claim to fame was he started off as a serious actor.
Exactly.
Basically, if I remember correctly, he was
Yep.
doing soap opera, and then they just told him, okay, keep it dead straight, just deliver these lines. And I'm sorry, that is something that Liam Neeson, they basically have done that with him as well, and he's doing it
Yeah,
great.
exactly. It worked with those two, and it worked with Jeff Daniels on Dumb and Dumber. Same
Yes.
concept.
Man, I feel bad. We started talking about Naked Gun. I missed everything. Beard has a job. Mike says, howdy, howdy, howdy. Kelly, what's up, super nerds? Eric says, hello. Hi, guys. And see, that's another reason I can't go, because I know I got concert coming up with Mike here, too. So my geekgasm this week, I posted about it a little bit ago, but I had an interview today, and
Mhm.
last Friday, I got a text from a podcast that said that they wanted to interview me for an upcoming episode, see if I was a good fit. So I'll talk to him a little bit, see where it goes. And then today they set up the interview, got on for a while, but it was Theo Vaughn's team. If you guys know who Theo Vaughn is, he's a stand-up comedian, does a pretty popular podcast. He's been, he does Joe Rogan, that kind of stuff. And it would be a huge exposure podcast for me to get on. They want somebody who's been 20 years plus in the Ren Fair industry, and somebody who's done all the jobs, vending, performing, running festivals, consulting, all that shit, scheduling, all that stuff. So I've done it all, and I'm still performing and stuff. So they liked what they saw, and today interview went great. So we're going to see where it goes. If I don't end up doing an interview on a podcast, it looks like I'll consult for it a little bit. So
Excellent.
Nice.
looks good. I'm very excited for that, and it would open up some doors for the WAG show for sure to get out and do more stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, but I mean, you deserve the credit for that. I mean, you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you do though. I mean, fuck.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No,
That let that be your moment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
well, and I know how these things work because we've had them 100 times before. Like one year we got invited to the Super Bowl to come perform, and it's like, oh, that sounds fucking awesome. Oh, Super Bowl, and it was at Tampa Stadium, and we're like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, but with the budget and everything, you guys pretty much got to pay your own way the week of the Super Bowl, find housing on place to stay there in Tampa. And it was like, oh, yeah, this doesn't sound so great now. We've had a couple like that TV shows, the Steampunk's TV show that asked me to come on and I couldn't come do it and shit like that. So I'm
Or
a little worried
what was
to
that
be
one?
one of those things.
The one where we did that house makeover one, where they had everybody come in
Oh, yeah.
into Arkansas, and we spent all day long demolishing this house for them to literally utilize like 30 seconds of it.
It was
And yeah,
Extreme Makeover Home Edition. And that's what it was.
yeah.
We were the opening episode for the season. So it was a 2-hour-long episode. And went down, filmed, did everything. They got a lot of awesome footage. And then a Christian music artist said that they wanted to do the opening 2-hour episode. So they dumbed ours down to a 1-hour episode. So we had advertised all this stuff that we were going to do, showed some footage online. All our friends are in pirate groups, get together. Even us, we're there watching it live as it happens. And they edited 80% of everything we did out. I mean, it was like, we'd go like, oh, there's Tim in the background there. Oh, look, there's Daryl's hat. You know, it was a little embarrassing, actually, I think, but it was still fun. Oh, there's Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby. Good. Maybe Bobby. She can, if I ask you scheduling questions or something, we can maybe hit Bobby up on the side too.
She might actually she's gone through it more than I have, honestly, but at this point.
She's the one that sent me my original schedule that I couldn't find last week when we were doing this. But speaking of which, I'm going to hop on here so I do have that stuff as we're talking about it. But yeah, so those are the geekasms. So let's just jump right into Sean, as graphic as that might sound. Getting careful. So Big River Steampunk Festival is an annual festival. We talk about it on here all the time. This is the 11th year in Hannibal, Missouri.
Yep.
Sean, I think you've been there since the beginning.
Yep, since day one. Yep,
yeah,
2014.
I probably met you that first year, but none of us knew each other, and it was a little bit of chaos.
Well, and that chaos just gets more chaotic every year.
There's just more.
But it's fun.
If you think about it, things started in a parking lot, maybe a quarter of a city block, maybe.
Not even that.
Not very big at all. It's just, it's just a parking lot, one stage. And then now it's the largest steampunk festival in the U.S., second largest in the world. It is got a wasteland area to it. It's got a full Ren Fair set up to the side of it.
Yeah, we just ended that last year.
Yep, the Ren Fair to the side. And for those that saw the Ren Fair last year, all that is brought upstairs to the main street to Tanyard Gardens now. So it's all fenced in, is that right?
Well, it's on the other side of Broadway. It's on Main Street, as the festival has always been. It's just on the other side of Broadway. So just if you keep going south from what has been the festival for the past 10 years, 11 years, you cross Broadway, now you're in the Ren Fair side of it.
So is the Ren Fair going to be like a lot of it going to be in the street and stuff, or is a lot of it going to be like in the okay. See, I had it in my head that it was going to be there where you guys did the concert years ago. I thought that was Tanyard Gardens, right across from the
that's the end of it, yeah.
There.
It's all kind of attached.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, it's all kind of attached, but I believe we're going to have Main Street closed off on the south side as well.
Like I say, are they even closing off Broadway there too? Or?
No, we can't close off Broadway. That's a big thing. Nope, you can't close off Broadway.
Yeah, I was going to say that seems like that seemed like that'd be a bit much, but then again, it's not so heavy traffic there. It's not a big deal to walk across the street.
Yeah, that's the thing about downtown Hannibal with all the festivals and stuff.
Sean runs. I don't want to say you just run sound, because you run sound, set up all the stuff at all the stages, but you help with a ton of other shit too. Is that right?
Not really so much, honestly, just because, with everything that we got going on, just sound and production wise, that's really mainly all I focus on. We've had anywhere from literally the one stage, the 1 year, the first year we did it. And now I think we've had a record of 5 stages going on at once with something going on.
And see, that can be a lot at any one given time. See, and it's hard for me because I am in Kansas and I try to follow that stuff. In the last 2 years, there's so many people have been added to staff too. Some of the people that are in those group chats, I don't even know who they are. So it's hard to know who's got what going on.
Right.
But even today, we were just right before this, we were talking about maybe doing time warp at opening ceremonies and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's looking like that might even happen. But why don't you tell us a little bit, because I'm going to pop up this schedule here.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on at Big River this year that you know of?
Like I said, my main focus is just the stage production. I take care of all the audio systems that's involved with all the stages, all the performers that come through. Like the first question I ask is, okay, do they need sound? Can they get away with just one mic? Do they need nothing? Are they just street performers? Do they need literally a full band entourage, system with, mics and systems and PA and sound effects and everything else? So that's literally the main thing that I do throughout the whole thing. And that's enough for one person.
Yeah, no.
And like I said, we've got it streamlined over the years. where I don't have to be literally at 4 places at once. It got to be a huge headache about year 3 or 4. It was starting to get to the point where we had performers performing at the same time on 3 different stages, and they all had huge sound needs. It's just me with my stuff. So I had to, we had to kind of redo everything in the following years. We've got to the point now where there's sound systems on every stage that need it. And so we kind of get stuff set up. We streamline the performers that need more production stuff to the main stage and Tannery Garden stage.
And I know that pain. I watch you run around at our anime fest. At any one given time, there's 7 programming rooms going on. So we have like 7 shows going on, and people will send in requests of, I need like wireless mics over here and this and this. And you're like, whoa,
exactly.
We don't have that much stuff. So then you got to write your schedule around the equipment you have. And I don't want it to sound like there's only 5 stages of activity, because there's all the ticketed show stuff.
Yep.
Like, because you do all the sound for the concert, you'll do all the sound for the burlesque.
Right.
All those extra events going on, which, at least looking at the schedule, those things are spread out to where it looks like there's probably 2 major events each day, and then you have all the stage activities.
Yeah, and that's purposely spread out, not only for my benefit, I mean, maybe initially, but also just so people can experience as much as possible. That's one of the big things going into scheduling all this stuff is, okay, wait a minute, if somebody's going to be looking at this, what if they want to do this as well? So that's why you see a lot of performers, they might be doing the same show at different stages at different times. That's because they might be doing that show during another person's show somewhere else. So there is somewhat some repeat. And so if you really watch the schedule and bounce yourself around right, you can see and do everything. But at the same time, on the other end of that, it is possible to see the same show, more than once. You're like, well, wait a minute, we just saw this already. Well, there's, go to this stage here. This is going on. This is another option for you. And the same thing with the ticketed events as well. We try to get those spread out so you're not pigeonholed to just doing one. Or, well, we have to make a decision here. So between like the Riverboat and the Burlesque show and the concert at Tanyard and stuff going on at Noblewares and all that, we try to spread that out as well. So everybody can actually experience as much as possible.
Well, and that's I know that's one other thing you guys also have to run into out there, which I've been noticing a little bit more lately. Like, for example, Finn's Bar is going to be doing a show at this, like a dance kind of thing, at the same time that the big burlesque show's going on. It's a considerably smaller show, but then you got to think, because not everything that goes on there is always run by the festival, or does festival even know about it? Because, like, I think it was last year or the year before, we had a cruise ship with like all the puppet performers came in, and they had their own shows on the cruise ship going on. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I think that was actually 2 years ago. And they knew we were doing this, and they actually talked with us, at least if it's the group I'm thinking of, and they actually worked their show in between some stuff that we were doing. So we literally kind of worked off of each other when they came through. So that was nice.
Catherine, yep. I was just going to say, I asked, are there going to be paper schedules available? I know they're going to have a printed schedule up by the main booth, right?
Yes, I believe so. They're trying to have that at least posted.
There's the digital ones on the website, of course.
Yep.
Do you know if they're printing one, or?
I don't know if they're going to be passing them out. I know they might have some posted at the information booth and the airship type of thing. The main thing, though, through it all is the one that's on the website is the main thing, is the main one we're directing everybody to. We've had problems in the past with we've had updates or changes, and then things get passed around. Next thing you know, you're looking at a schedule that was printed out 2 weeks ago, and it's completely different from what actually happens. And that causes a lot of headache and problems and confusion. And so we try to avoid that this year as much as we possibly, of course we do every year, we try to avoid it. But this year we're literally pointing everything at the website. So that way, if any changes that are made, even up until the day of, which could happen, we'll try to get that changed on the website.
What I did like about your schedule on the website is the fact that for better planning of your experience while you're at Big River Steam Fest is the fact that any of the events that you click on, it'll go ahead and produce either a Google Calendar or iCalendar or invite that you can add to your personal calendar and keep everything in order of what you want to go do, and you can schedule yourself up. So that's really cool.
We made a huge upgrade with our website this year, and that's why. Like I said, we try to keep it all focused so we're not getting too many stuff out there. But the website has had a huge upgrade this year. We actually have a professional person that's doing that for us, and so that's been a huge help.
What you just popped up on the screen there is Bobby had said yes at the info booth, referring to paper schedules. And I'll probably say just like the like the tag game we do with the badges there, where you can go around different performers and get the little tags by telling a joke, singing a song, that kind of stuff. They'll probably be limited. Some of that stuff, it's a 4-day long festival, and stuff does tend to go out. So if that's something you're wanting, go grab you one on Friday or Saturday. Don't wait till Sunday and then be upset if they're gone.
Right.
Let's see. Make sure. I'm
Schedules
sorry,
are
I'm trying to read here and make sure we're good. Okay. Well, and this year too, I've tried to keep up, and I know we got a lot of the old performers coming back. We're going to be there. Midnight Wanderers, Totally Lost, Darwin Prophet. A lot of the regulars are going to be there. There's been a couple groups added, and I think only one maybe not coming back, I think, which would be Darwin Mills will not be there this year, which is very sad because we really like Darwin.
Hey, Jake.
But
he just popped in.
Yeah, I want to. There's Jake. See, that's what it was. I said Totally Lost. He heard it. Boom, right on there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
that's gonna fall in again.
Yeah, I know that's gonna fall again. But there are some new groups in this year. I'm gonna try to figure here because I didn't have them. We got Boilerplate here this year. They were gonna come in last year. They're a group from Wichita, Kansas, our neck of the woods. Do more folksy steampunk kind of stuff, and they have a magic show they do as well. For those that don't know them as Boilerplate, if you've been to the Kansas City Ren Fair, really most festivals around Kansas, if you know Roscoe and Rose Red, they will be there that weekend doing some stuff. The Legion of Honor, I am assuming that is a fighting group in SCA, maybe?
I wonder if that's that SCA group that was behind the boat last year.
I think that is Bo's group that was behind the boat last year. Yeah, so no, I don't think that might be them. I'm not sure. Let me make sure. They've added the Berserker Block Party this year with Casey A. Blaze. Is that the girl that runs the post-apocalyptic area?
That's the Wasteland. Yeah, the Wasteland.
Do you know? Yeah, I didn't know if that Casey was her name. It's tough because everybody has festival names and then real names and that kind of stuff. Trying to make sure, because I know there were 2 new groups added this year. Big E's group is playing this year, and there was another new group that just came in. Do you know who that was by chance?
Steampunk Ramblers?
Steampunk Ramblers. Yeah, that sounds right. Mostly instrumental music,
yep.
I think.
And they came, actually, they approached us. That I don't know. But the Steampunk Ramblers, actually, I believe they approached us, and then we were talking, and then with the wind, I believe the fish not being able to make it, they're going to step in for some of his performance spots.
Yeah, so even without Darwin being there, they're going to be filling in. And Darwin will be back, too, for those that are Darwin fans. You asked about the girls from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
The girls are not making it, but the Irish Roadshow that they're part of will be there.
Oh, that's too bad. I love those old chicks. They were cool.
Well, and that's all part of the group that runs the Steampunk Stampede down in Oklahoma that just did their second year festival. Yeah. So,
and Casey A. Blaze is new this year, Bobby just said.
Becoming oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, I should be reading the sides here. Casey Blaze, maybe Bobby can chime in on this. Is that a fire dancer? Who is that I'm not sure of? Let's see. Okay, they've also added Wasteland Olympics. I don't know much about that one, but that sounds like something you're not doing sound for. You know anything about that one?
Nope. No, the Wasteland, actually, they're kind of taking care of their own production needs. So I've told them I can help them out if I need to, but I'm not putting that on my list unless it's necessary.
Well,
I'm
that's good, because then we can just take you down. We can do a Thunder Foam, and we can all be Wasteland and fight each other.
Yeah.
Because I know your boy will be down there.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, let's do it with all your free time you'll have. Let's do that. See, Bobby says, yep, SCA and LOH are medieval fighting groups. No, Casey Blaze is new this year. No fire. Okay. Yeah. I guess in case insurance is watching, I'm going to guess. No alcohol, no fire, and we're going to be completely clean.
You betcha.
Did Sean freeze up on us there? There we go.
Yeah, so that's his route for plausible deniability.
The schedule's looking pretty good this year. My biggest thing is, as a performer on the performer side of it, is there's a lot of we're going to be on one side of the fair and then run to the other side of the fair to the Ren Fair to do a show, and then back to the Steampunk and then back to the Ren Fair. So it's a half-mile walk every time we're off stage.
Yeah.
And it saddened me because I wasn't joking when I said I wanted to ride in your VW Bug back and forth to stages.
I was hoping to have it ready, but it's not. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah. Now Sean's rebuilding a VW. What is it? A dune buggy?
Dune
right?
buggy.
It's Dune with you sandrail.
And
You're going to sandrail.
Yeah.
Are you going full old school and going to use a pony keg as the gas tank?
Well, it's kind of nice, shiny aluminum tank right behind my head.
well,
We'll see. Right.
I saw pictures of it, man. You throw a couple flags and a skull on that thing, you could have taken it right into Wasteland.
Oh, I know,
And
exactly.
it looked like it fits right in. We're hoping with the stages being that far apart from each other, for us, we're working on it. Don't know if we're going to get it done because we're kind of in the same boat you are, but we've got a electric golf cart that we're turning into a scallywagon.
Nice.
We picked electric golf cart because it's nice and quiet and everything. But then we realized we're 5 fat dudes, and electric golf carts can only pull so much weight. So it might be.
You're just a couple of years away from having to decorate utility scooters.
Yeah, well,
What a good idea.
My mom mentioned that today, sadly, and she was not joking. So I appreciate that.
Man,
So, Sean, anything else new you can tell us about going on with Big River this year?
Not really, honestly. Like I said, hopefully we're keeping the website schedule pretty much the same all the way across the board. So that hopefully that'll issue less the confusion that we've had in the past. Like I said, that's one of the things we had a lot of problems with was multiple schedules that had different things on it. So we try to streamline that. So if there's any questions or doubt, we just point right to the website. Now, just be kind of forewarned too, if you're at the festival, the cell service is not that great downtown. So just kind of know that going into it. So it's not going to be, you're not going to get 5G speeds all the time, the whole time. So just kind of, as much as you can, plan ahead of time. Did you lock up there?
It's like the year we did the, there for a second. Yeah. It's the year we did the Mark Twain drinking game there. If you'll look, there was a number of times that we're standing in the middle of the street saying drink, because that's exactly where we could get cell phone service. And yeah. That stuff happens a lot. But so the other things I should point out with Big River is, like I was saying earlier, with some of the other places even doing shows and stuff. So even though the whole thing's outside and it's all down Main Street, the whole Main Street is still open. So there are shops and stuff everywhere that are also vending steampunk stuff. A lot of them are doing specials. I know one store usually does like some free ice cream or dollar ice creams. Just to beat the heat. There's a brewery right there, is that brewery still open?
No, that's gone. The building's still there, but there is no business there now.
Is it?
Yeah, Friendship Brewery. They were there. They were there for
the brewery.
Yeah, the Friendship Brewery. They were there for a while, and then they just shut down.
Yeah, Mark Twain Brewery for that. But and there's all sorts of, not only they got food booths there and stuff there, but there's tons of restaurants. There's an Irish pub we try to go to, brick oven pizza, that kind of stuff. So there's plenty of things going on there. When you guys go, and I know we preach this all the time, especially with shows like this, when you look at the schedule for anybody who's going, if there is something you're wanting to see in the ticketed shows, because the whole thing's open free to the public. You can just come in, you can shop, you can watch shows, won't cost you a damn dime. I don't even know if they charge for parking anywhere around there. Surely they do with as many people.
No.
Okay, so you could come up and have a 4-day weekend at the festival and just spend what you feel like spending. But if you do decide to go to some of the ticketed shows, like the burlesque show, the concert, that kind of stuff, those ticketed shows are what helps pay for all the performers.
Right.
That's why one of the reasons all the performers are willing to jump in on shows and help out. So like if you want to see like Totally Lost be there, go buy a ticket to the show that Totally Lost is performing at, because then that way that helps them be able to keep coming back. And also some of those venues have to change year to year. So like I believe the burlesque show this year is in the Depot. So
not a whole lot, but a little bit more room.
It wouldn't be more room than what we had last year, but less room than like the Armory, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, a lot less room than the Armory.
I'm assuming you can fit about,
I think we figured 150
in there, maybe.
Where in the Depot?
Oh, really? 100?
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
can get close to 100.
Yeah.
Last year at the VFW, we were sardines and we had, like 50 or 60, but I think we can get up to about 100 people in there for this one this year.
Now, see, the VFW, it was probably the smallest place we've done ticketed show there yet, but I liked it because doing our show, our dirty stuff, you like that, like everybody close and stuff. And they were bringing us beer on stage, which is nice.
Right.
But we'd been told that that's the same stage Frank Sinatra performed on when he came to town.
Really?
So
At
we
VFW?
were really excited about, at the VFW. That's what we were told while we were there. Now, it could be that the people running the bar were like, let's fuck with these pirates from Kansas. But that's what we were told while we were at the bar. But I liked that little spot. I've only performed in the depot once.
Right. And Catherine's question is the Rampart area down by the Old Star Theater. Yes.
So it's probably going to be in front of the Old Star Theater the way you're talking. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking it was just inside 10-Year Gardens. So I kind of like the idea of it being on Main Street because that's, that gives you guys a full half mile of festival, doesn't it? It's like 6 blocks there of nothing but festival, I think.
Okay, and you're back. At least with me.
Okay. Oh, there. Well, I was like, Sean don't want to answer my question. Screw him. I said with you guys being in the street there, that gives you guys like 6 blocks of festival, right? Like
we got
just straight festival going for 6 blocks, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 blocks on the north side, and on the south side of Broadway, where the Ren Fair is going to be 2 or 3 blocks. The Tanya Gardens stage is kind of catty corner off of Main Street, but it's right there. It's like 2 blocks off of Broadway. And then the depot is even about half a block further down from that, right up against the railroad tracks.
Catherine says you have a mile walk, not a half mile from one end to the other. That's what we thought at first too. But if you look at it, like we're on the main stage and we walk to the Ren Fair stage to do that show, that was a half mile. Then to get back to the main stage, that's a whole nother show. So that one's a half mile. And then back to the Ren Fair, that's a half mile. So each show is a half mile because we don't have to go back unless we have a show. So it's just going to be a 6 block walk each time. Because if we don't get the Scallywagon done, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 prop chests and drop one off at each stage and go with it that way. Because
there you go.
We work smarter, not harder now.
Right. One thing I did want to say, we touched on it earlier, as far as the paid shows versus the free shows are going on. If you see something that's a paid show on an event schedule, and you go, well, I already saw that's a free show. A lot of these performers, they do a different show for their ticketed show versus the free shows. Totally Lost is really good about that. They have a completely different show that they do. And Jake, you can chime in on this if you need to or want to. Their ticketed show and for the concert is a completely different experience than their free shows that they do on the main stage and the Broadway stage.
Even us, I know we're going to be doing, like, we'll be doing our regular Ren Fair shows out in the street, Peter Pan, Dating Game, that kind of stuff. Then, of course, the burlesque show, we're going to do the Dirty Smoker material. We're going to sing a couple new songs, that kind of stuff. And that'll be more like if you saw us at a Smoker at the Ren Fair. Then the concert show, we're going to be doing more game show and prize giveaway stuff because the concert is mostly focusing on music. And we're just there as bands might need to set up equipment and move around so that people don't get bored. Which I feel like I should say so somebody doesn't think that like they're going to come and see like a big scripted show at the concert from us, because that the concert's about the bands for sure on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, every time somebody is in doing that ticketed stuff, it's very different. And not all ticketed shows are also doing shows on the street. I know like right, Tom Bedlam, exactly. He'll be doing his shows on the street, and his lovely wife will be doing can dance classes, I think in the Armory, maybe. I can't remember where. But and that's a ticketed show that you can go in and learn to do different dances and stuff like that. Excuse me. Trying to think what else I wanted to ask, because I'm trying to distance the stuff in group chat and the stuff I've talked to Tammy about. Because like I said, we were talking Rocky Horror before the podcast tonight, and none of that's set up, but we're looking at the idea of doing a huge Rocky Horror of steampunkers all doing it, something we can film, throw up on the site, and maybe hopefully one day work it toward like a world record or something.
Right. And we've been trying that for the past couple of years.
Yeah. That's the saddest part of that though was it made me go look for my little riffraff outfit, and there's no way I can't even get my meaty fat arms in that thing. Can and soft shoe at Noblewares, that's where it was. That's right.
Yeah, there's some ticketed events throughout the
Trying to
days
think
at
there's anything
Noblewares and at the depot. They're thrown in as well. I know that there's an acting troupe from Quincy that are coming in. Friends of mine, they're coming in. They're doing a show 6:00 on Saturday. They're going to be also at Noblewares. They were at the, and I haven't told them this yet, but anyway, they were at the depot. Now they're at Noblewares. But that's a 6:00. It's like a half hour to an hour show. You're going to be acting right there in front of you, so that's a good one too.
Catherine had said something about the people watching is fun. And man, I have to agree with that, because I think per guest, that has a very high ratio of people in costumes at this festival compared to other festivals.
Yeah.
And there's some really great costumes.
Yeah, I when I was doing the emceeing for the cosplay, it was nice because then I saw every costume because everybody would come to the cosplay. Now I don't see them as much because some of the people, and it drives me a little nuts, they'll come, they'll wear their regular steampunk outfits, and it gets hot there. So sometimes they'll wait until cosplay to put like all the good stuff on. So unless you're at the cosplay, you don't see
the
coolest shit, which I think that's that way with a lot of events, of course. But yeah, I kind of miss that. But I don't know if they're doing it this year. I didn't check. Normally, this festival will even do like a pet cosplay deal too. I think it's Sunday morning. They'll do a pet parade, walk down Main Street, and then do a costume contest for the pets as well. Oh, there, Bobby's chiming in too. Murder mystery game dinner Friday night, Noble Wares, Square Peg play also at Noble Wares.
Yeah, the murder mystery is Friday night.
Oh,
Now,
yep,
for those who want to dress up in your steampunk,
Sorry, Daryl,
dress up in the steampunk accoutrement, I just checked the weather for Hannibal for the weekend, and the highs are going to be 79, low 80. So it's going to be great weather for it.
That would be incredible.
And usually we're dying.
That would be unusual.
Yeah, usually we're dying out there.
Between that, we had 3 shows that we would always do that just killed us. The Boeing Company Picnic that just kill us, St. Louis on Sundial Stadium, and Big River Steampunk. And now we've gotten so old to where when it's a hot day working, like we're working on trees the other day, and we're like, oh God, Big River this year is going to be rough.
Yeah.
But because, we're wearing leather and do-rags and hats and that kind of stuff. So it gets a little much. Catherine had asked if the depot is where the turkey was. Yeah, that's the same place.
I've heard stories about that turkey, man. I wasn't there for that. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a guy that shows up there. He does a lot of the Missouri shows that has a pet turkey that he walks around with. First time we ever met him was, I don't know, 4 years ago or so. We did a show there at the depot. He just has a pet turkey that runs without a leash. It just kind of runs around. And you don't think much of it until he came to a show. And then the turkey just kind of like walks on the stage with us. And it's a big animal. It looks like a freaking dinosaur. And so then you're acting around a turkey, and it was fun and it was funny, but it was a little nerve wracking because you don't know if it's going to, peck at you, you're going to step on it, if it's going to get in the way. But the audience seemed to like it that whole weekend when we were doing it. So see, Catherine says the turkey was awesome. Rachel says, fingers crossed we don't melt. I think it's going to be a good year for it this year. I know I talked to Tammy. I'm bringing some extra pop-ups just in case we end up having shade issues with seating, because I know in the past that's been a problem with not always having shade for the audience. So last year we tried a little harder. This year, going to make sure that all the audiences have shade going on, and surely everybody's got places to escape to and go do. Before we talk any other news, Sean, since you've been there from the beginning, which I almost want to Skype Bobby in on this too, but I can't because she's been there since the beginning too. You got any good favorite stories? One wild, stupid, anything you could say publicly, I should say, from Big River. And I can give you a minute to think on that if you need.
My connection went really bad there for a second.
Oh, I was asking if you had any good stories from all the years, the 11 years at Big River. If there was any just kind of like wild story, a disaster, a really good thing, any cool, unusual thing that may have happened that would be a good story to share. I know that's a lot of pressure.
Unfortunately, nothing comes to mind while we're talking. Of course, as soon as we get done, I'm gonna have like 50 of them. But I mean, that's the thing. I've been doing this for so long, and we've had so many people have been a part of it for so long. Namely, you guys are one's the top of the list. But what's really cool about this whole festival is it's amazing how much like family we've become as far as the performers and the group that are putting it together,
Yeah.
and even some of the attendees. We look forward to seeing them every year.
Well, Rachel was just on there too, and that's a perfect example of somebody that started off just showing up in a costume, cosplaying, and is like part of the whole steampunk family now. And you know, like if she walked behind the scenes somewhere, nobody would even question it. It would just be like, oh yeah, well, Rachel's here, you know, that kind of stuff. Frankie says hello. Yeah, Frankie. Just be glad you don't have to wear crab this year. That was one we did where we did a steampunk festival at Wild Wild West in New Mexico, and Frankie had to wear that full crab outfit, no fan, no nothing. Take that helmet off, it'd be just like sweat pouring out. Oh, it's rough. It's a rough show.
I'm looking forward to getting there and Jake and, you know, seeing the people that we've performed with before, because Jake's a blast to perform with.
I think everybody there is going to be it. It is nice in the sense of like with us performers, Tammy kind of lets us go, like lets us do our thing. Pretty trusting. If a couple of us need to switch a stage or anything, we're welcome to do that. I don't think, I mean, you see more of the behind the scenes there than I do. I don't think really that we get many, not just us personally, the WAGs, but like many complaints with performers or anything. Even when we do some of those ticketed
No, we really
shows,
don't.
we've had Totally Lost come in and join us. We've had Naughty Bits. Oh, I didn't even talk about that. They're not on the schedule, but Naughty Bits will be back there this year. And we always love working with them. So we'll probably have Michael O'Hare come and do something at the burlesque show for us. Maybe even take something off. That's a very real thing.
Thaw one will be missed this year. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I'm hoping, I don't know if it's going to happen, but we did a photo shoot for the Finn's lemonade stand last year. They're going to put pirate wrap on it. So I'm kind of hoping that'll be on there, but I don't know if it will be. Rachel says, can't wait to share my upgrades this year. Those just cosplay upgrades, those melodica upgrades, or did you get some more pets, or what's up? I'm curious there.
Frankie made, speaking of Fins, Frankie made some really sweet shirts for Fins.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he's wanting to talk about those till we get there or not.
Uh-oh.
Because some of them are going to be gifts for people, I think. So.
Oh, well. Damn it,
That's all right.
man.
That's all right.
Damn it, man.
See, now it's just a out there in the open thing. Yeah, and touching back on the story thing with you, that's one of those things when Tammy said, oh, Sean will jump on and chat because Tammy wasn't able to make it tonight. I was like, oh, that's easy because we can chat all day long at festival and stuff. But now, and we can goof and talk. And now I'm looking, I'm like,
and he's breaking up
what
a
should
little
I
bit.
not talk about online? Huh? What was that, Daryl?
I said, you're breaking up a little bit, sir.
Oh, I am. Okay. I was just saying, you know, it's real easy to talk to Sean at festival and we're goofing around all the time and stuff. But then when you're on here, you're like, ooh, what can I not say in public?
Right.
What should I not say just to be safe? Is anything at all happening at the Armory this year then?
I don't believe so this year because we're doing the bigger stuff
I
at
can go
Tanyard.
for that.
Yeah, we're doing the bigger stuff at Tanyard.
Okay. I like that a lot then. All right, well, then the only thing else I have, Daryl, is if there is any new news that we need to touch on this week.
No,
This
is a really slow news week. I mean, let me see. About the only thing is, for us old timers, it's kind of a sadness because AOL has finally ditched its dial-up. So no longer will people be, you know, strangling robots and using their screams to power the internet. That's gone. Let me see.
See, I
Anything? This is an
figured for
interesting
sure
one.
you were going to jump on the Robot Olympics. I felt like I was throwing it into your lap. Did you see the Robot Olympics this week?
Oh, the ones that China held.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I figured
those
that was right up your alley.
those are interesting. But the one that got me in China even more than that is the fact that, you know how they have a whole industry of live stream people hawking stuff, you know, kind of like HVC, but, you know, more intense, like only China does. And apparently now AI avatars are now officially outselling the human live streamers by over 30%. So pretty soon we might start seeing that hit where we're going to be inundated with AI avatars.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fun.
There was some, fun, did you say?
Yeah.
Let's see. I only had two things to touch on real quick. Well, the Robot Olympics. Penn and Teller showed up at the Minnesota Ren Fair.
Oh God, that would have been so cool to be there.
For most of you that might not know, Penn and Teller started off doing Ren Fair stuff. So all us Ren Fair performers always go, that's what we want to aspire to, and we'll never get there.
No.
But they for a long time had this a little bit of an attitude of not a crappy attitude, but a little bit of an attitude of like, no, that's just something we used to do. We're not Rennies. We're not, that's just something we used to do. And thank God we don't have to do it anymore. And the older I get, the more I see that, being out in the weather and all that. But they came back, did shows this year at Minnesota, which is where they started with Puke and Snot, the Singing Executioners, and Mistress Bod, I think. Yep, that sounds right.
Singing Executioners, I miss them.
So it was just real cool. And we've got to perform with all of those now, except for Penn and Teller. And so it's on a bucket list at some point. We didn't get to do it, but our buddies, dang it, my mind's completely going blank. Jeremy Groom and Clearly Guilty. Damn it, Clearly Guilty. It used to perform at Big River all the time. They got to go perform with Penn and Teller. And that was a pretty cool thing. So then the other thing I had, which was real light, it looks like they cast Booster Gold for the new DCEU. It is, I know I'm going to screw the name up, Kamani, the guy from Eternals, the Indian guys in Ghostbusters, Eternals.
I like that guy.
Kamani Najani. I'm not saying this right at all. I will hold this up to the camera for anybody looking, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I just cannot say the name. He's a good actor, good comedy chops. I'm okay with the race swap. Yeah, I don't know, looks good. And then the other casting news this week was for Spaceballs 2 that they got John Candy's son will be playing Barf's son in a cameo in Spaceballs 2.
Awesome.
Which I kind of figured was coming, but
that's just throwing some tribute,
Well, it's like Sean said earlier with Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Brought that up to me. Naked Gun, Spaceballs. It's almost like Hollywood's letting us have comedy again, just a little bit, because it seems like there just hasn't been many good comedies coming out lately. And this kind of stuff, Naked Gun, Spaceballs, all that
stuff. Did you lose them too, Sean?
And I'd love them to see remake a Caveman.
Well, I think everybody got lost for a second.
Darn it.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should cut it then.
But yeah, I mean, they do need to remake Caveman as long as Ringo Starr is still alive. They do need to redo Caveman.
Yeah, I concur.
Oh, Frankie said he'll make a decent Booster Gold. Yeah, yep, he will. The guy I wanted, what is it? Sean Michael Astin something. Stifler from American Pie. That actor. They were looking at him for Booster Gold at one point, and I was like, that's almost perfect. But I don't think he was a big enough name.
I preferred him as Wayne in Evolution.
Oh, he was in Evolution. Shoot. Another classic.
Tiki, Kaka. Come on, man.
So when we get to Big River, we're going to geek Sean out. We're going to make him get obsessed over some geeky thing. Then that way, when we talk to him,
he's got his geekdom.
And then, he'll be hooked.
He'll be part of the nerd herd.
We already know he likes VW Bugs, so we just got to get him like on Scooby-Doo or something.
Here's the...
Ice Pirates.
Pirates.
Hey, there's that buggy. For those
that's
on the audio version, of course, you can't see it. But that looks cool. It almost looks like
that almost looks like a coffin.
No, it does, doesn't it?
Fucked up.
Is that sheet metal cladding on it?
Yeah, and the thing is, actually that metal is actually welded as part of the frame. It's 1/8 inch.
Wow.
And
it's still running a 1400 cc engine. That is nice.
1600.
It kind of looks like one of the old grasshoppers they used to run in Baja.
1500.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Looking at it now, it's going to run in the same problem that golf cart is. There's no way it's going to haul all our weight. It's taking us one at a time.
It might take two. Yeah, the driver and somebody.
Frankie says that would have been fun. He isn't doing much acting nowadays. Oh, talking about Sean. Yeah. I think he's on some TV show right now. I can't remember what it was. He's like a pastor in a small town or something.
He was in
Lethal Weapon?
No, I can't even think of the name of it. It was on HBO, the the one that had Dan from Roseanne Barr, the guy that played Dan Connor. He was a preacher.
Oh yeah, the Mighty Gemstones.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, he was in the last season.
He was
of
that.
Yeah.
Frankie asked, "That's how we're getting around Big River." No, when Sean posted initially, that's what I said too.
Yeah, that was my goal, but
It's
it
just
didn't happen.
not getting done. I think it's going to be like our golf cart out back. I've been working on that this week, and he will probably just sit in the yard, unfortunately. But it would be nice because, man, having another golf cart or something down there would be pretty handy.
So you guys are going to
Megan
be on the
says
golf
hi.
cart.
Hey,
Who's
Meg.
going to take turns pushing?
Yeah.
We're Flintstoning it, man.
Are you kidding me? It's going to be Cookie and Biggin on the golf cart taken out and then we'll be walking. The rest of us will be walking behind or
Me
something.
and Biggin, we're only going to take the downhill one. You guys get to push it back uphill.
It's all flat, dude. We're all good there. If it was like St. Louis, we were going to go uphill, downhill with that prop chest.
Yeah.
They would have already been getting complaints.
Yeah.
Sean says, "I wish Frankie, I didn't realize you were commenting."
Yeah, we
on
were
the
talking.
thing.
Frankie and I were talking. We're
All
good.
right. Okay, good. Yeah, Frankie had asked me if you were needing any sound help, and I told him you had help this year, which is a big deal. So we're just bringing one sound system with cords, and you're doing mics, right?
I can, yeah.
Okay, I can bring some extra mics, but and that was another question. I know this is into the podcast, but there's no chance you got lapel mics we can use, is there?
Yes, I do. How many do you need?
Well, there's 5 of us for the smoker show, but if not, I mean, we can just do it like normal. That's
Okay.
fine. But, I figured I'd ask because if you have them and you're like, oh, no, I got a box right here, we're good to go. That would make it way easier.
I've got 2 lapel mics and I've got 3 over the ear
So-
headset mics that are wireless. We can figure something out.
Yeah, lapel headset would work just fine. Yeah, and that way I can have my hands free for, whatever I got to do.
Groping Frankie.
Go up in Frankie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is 8:00 now, guys. So I think we are. Wait. Megan says she's got geek news. Dang it. I'll text you, Meg, because I wanted to text you and see how the kiddos were doing too. So having that said, Sean, thanks for jumping on. Chatting
thanks for
about
having
Big
me.
River. We will see you in a week and a half.
Looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Any more, some of the shows we do like this and River Zones and a couple of those, if they had us on once in the weekend, we would stay the whole time and hang out, and put us on 100 times. It's that come down to see the people, hang with the people. There's a lot of people there I like.
Absolutely.
So, all right, guys. Having that said, good night, hugs and kisses. We'll see you next week.
Take care, buddy.
Sean, make sure to
Thanks,
stay
guys.
on after we log off.
Okay.